So in this video, we're going to go over some band upper body work. So my favorite, if you don't have any anchor points at all, so we're going to show you some exercises with no anchor points. Then we're going to show you some exercises with anchor points if you have access to a pole, a playground, or maybe an iron gym in your doorway. First one, my favorite for the upper back, is band pull-up part. Wrist, elbows, and shoulders in a straight line. Pull my shoulder blades together. Notice that my scapula is depressed, not elevated. If I don't have an anchor point, another great way to train your upper back is just do a seated row, putting the bands around your feet and pulling this way. So if I want to work my lats, I'm going to pull more with my elbows toward my hip. If I want to work my upper back, I can do more of like a fly, elbows out type motion. So I can do my rows here, work more of my upper back, do my rows here, work more of my lats. So that you don't need any anchor point for. Your anchor point now is your feet. And I can do holds, longer pauses, slow eccentrics, and all that kind of stuff. If you do have an anchor point, you obviously go around the pole. So you can do double arm rows here. Elbows out, elbows in. So this would be more of like a reverse fly type motion. This would be more of a row, low row. If I go higher up, I could do like more of a face pull type motion. So that's upper back with an anchor point. If I have a higher anchor point, I can do face pulls here and spread the band. For upper body, for pressing muscles, with no anchor point, you can do your push-ups with a band. If you have a heavy enough band, I can also just do some flies here. So you might want to use a heavier band for that. If you have an anchor point, you can do some like flies and presses. If you have two bands, you could obviously have two. So I could do like a fly or a press type motion here. If I want to make it harder, I can come out a little further. If I want to work more my tricep and my delt, I can push through here. If I want to work more my chest, more elbows out. If I want to work a tricep, I can come here. And if I want to work my tricep from a higher anchor point, I can do an extension here. If I come out, I can also do overhead extensions as well. For shoulders and like bicep work, so that I can do hammer curls or curls here. So I can do hammer curls standing on the band or regular curls. I think the hammer curl, for me personally, feels more comfortable. If I want to do like an overhead press with the band for my shoulders, I can do that. I can do some upright rows. I don't like this movement as much, but it's an option for your side delt. I really only get I don't really get a lot of tension here, but I will get, if I do longer holds at the top, I will get a good contraction. You could do a front raise with the band. I could do it. This would be a good front and side delt combo. I can do a front, side, or you do the front into the side. I add a second band, we call this DeFranco pull apart. My buddy Joe DeFranco popularized these. Work all three heads of the delt at the same time. Front, side, and rear with the pull apart. So I'm working the front, side, and then rear with the pull apart. So that's a really good shoulder exercise. Good bang for your buck. Other things I can do for bicep, I can do a high anchor point bicep, or a low anchor point bicep as well. So those are some really simple options that you can use a band. So if you have a slingshot or a hip circle, I could also do rear delt work by spreading the band apart like this. If you have a smaller hip circle or a less aggressive hip circle, this one will be a little bit challenging. I could do external rotation. This one's a little bit too much. Slingshot rows or pull downs work good as well. So I can come here, spread the material, and it's going to work my upper back. And lastly, I forgot to mention, obviously a high anchor point, if you could sit and do some pull downs. So lots of good options. If you have bands, that really opens up your arsenal. So it's one of the reasons why we recommend bands for training at home.